Welcome back to Spokane Talks Live. It's live today. What's the weather like outside? What is it? 28 degrees. That's what you ask your producer for. He's got the time and the weather and everything else in there. Tom Shrum, how are you?
Good. Are we going to get traffic on the hour too?
Yeah. Yeah, a helicopter.
Yeah.
You haven't seen our new open and close yet, have you?
Oh, I haven't yet.
Our new open has helicopter scenes of Spokane.
There we go.
Yeah, we're getting pretty classy here.
I like it.
Yeah. So last week, was it last week?
I can't remember if it was last week or the week before. Honestly.
I don't either.
It's been bananas.
I know. We've had to work since then, haven't we?
Well, you know.
Yeah, this isn't the only thing we do. Last week or the week before, last time you were on,
Yes.
we talked about wills and estate planning, if you will, and the whole being prepared for health issues and so forth. I don't remember all the terms because I have a short attention span.
Well, that's my job.
Yeah, that's right. That's why we pay you big bucks, right? Terribly big bucks. But no, I'm just kidding. Part 2 today. So what are we going to talk about?
So what I really wanted to focus on today was healthcare directives.
Okay.
Living wills.
Yes.
Is another name for them. And the way we do our estate planning is that's a part of the package.
Okay.
And what I tell clients when you come in, I say, all right, here's all this, here's your will, here's all your other stuff. These are the things you've probably heard about. They're not very important. They're pretty standard.
Right.
They're important, but most people have a pretty standard set of choices on those. The thing you're going to have a lot of questions about is this last piece, the fourth piece, which is the healthcare directive.
Right.
And I like to do a really big, beefy one.
Because it's misunderstood
Well,
by
yeah.
most people, right?
Yeah, and a lot of times you'll get one that's a little shorter, and what you really want is one that has a lot of detail so you can make a lot of choices, so you can think
Make the
about
choices
things.
up front.
Exactly.
That's the point, isn't it?
yeah, and
That's the
it's,
choice of all this planning with wills and everything else. I mean, I think most people can understand in the wills that you set up for when you're gone.
Right.
Okay. Well, the health is also setting up for when you can't make the decisions.
right. And they're what I always like to say is it's an entry point into a conversation.
Yeah.
So you can duplicate almost everything with wills and that with great conversations with your family. Now, it's better if you have a will because you can avoid the courts. You can make sure things are going to the people you want them to go to.
Right.
It's the same with the living will. You can make sure that the decisions are being made that you would want.
Right.
But
So family doesn't have to second guess.
right.
Too.
It's so much easier when your family has some kind of a guidepost,
Yeah.
and it can even be an entry point for the conversation. You say, I went and got this done. I
Right.
want you to have it so you know what I want.
I want
Let's
you to
talk
know
about
what
it.
I'd like to have.
Yeah, let's talk about
Any
it.
questions?
Yeah, exactly.
And it may be no questions, or it may be dad or mom. Why?
Yeah.
And that's
and the opener for that, don't get aggressive. You don't have to be
Yeah.
say, do you have any questions? You say, what do you think?
okay.
Or, this is
Like you've done this
this is
before.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And talk to me about it. And people have opinions.
Yeah. There's a line or two there,
Right.
but I'll leave it alone. Okay.
But
Yes.
it's great, and it's a good conversation, and it's a healthy conversation to have.
Is that a conversation that you have with someone like you? Or is it something that you and I have talked about and then you take it home and have that conversation and come back? How are the dynamics there?
We can do it anyway, really.
Okay.
So I get paid. I don't like to give you the documents up front.
Okay.
Because otherwise you'd probably just go home and fill them out. And,
Yeah. It's called a Xerox machine.
Yeah,
You're right.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So what I do is I'll give you a call or I'll send them over email. I'll say, think about these different topics.
Right.
And then,
And always in the background has draft on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'll just send it in an email and it'll
Okay.
just be like,
Okay.
here's this, what do you think? And part of my bigger one is, what do you think about organ donation? Have you thought about donating your body to science? Have you contacted anybody about that? And then the more exact, questions like, do you want artificial nutrition or hydration
Right.
if you're a vegetable?
Right.
And so, yeah, and there's
Usually you want to cook the
yeah,
vegetables in hydration.
Yeah, right. Get a little oil in there and a little saute. It's
Yeah.
good stuff. But you need to think through that a little bit.
Yeah.
And
So you're really giving the person themselves the list to start considering
yeah,
for what okay,
they
I
want.
want this. I don't really like this. Can we do it this way? Or what are my options, Tom?
Yeah.
Okay.
And part of my just personal bent with the living will is I really emphasize the organ and tissue donation.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a religious devotion around those issues, I think it's a wonderful thing.
Yes, I agree.
To give whatever part of your
Give
body
life to somebody else.
Yeah.
Or
And
eyesight or whatever it might be.
or even just medical training.
Yeah.
Or study. I mean, they've been doing great studies with all kinds of different,
Right.
parts of individuals. And I mean, this is non sequitur, but like the NFL concussion studies,
Yes.
they have some brains of individuals who played in the
Suffered.
NFL, but they don't have baselines because they don't have enough people donating their brain
Ah,
who just
okay.
lived normal lives.
Right.
So to do
And
good,
you gotta compare.
yeah, to do good scientific work, people need help. And I like to use this as an entry point and say, hey, be part of something bigger.
So people need to follow up and sit down with you and have this conversation.
Yeah. And I can do it because I've done it before.
Okay, so how do they reach you?
Okay, so you can call us at 509-928-4141.
And what's the law firm's name?
It's McNeice Wheeler.
Okay.
And our website is McNeiceWheeler.com.
I was waiting for you to make a mistake.
Hey.
Yeah. Hard to explain that one when Ryan walks in pretty soon, right? Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Tom. Good. Always good information, and we do need to talk about wills and a couple of things for Adam's family.
We're
We're
always
going to
here.
take a quick break. We'll be right back.